How to Build a Service Business from the Dirt Up. Go to Amazon and pick this book up. It is a great book. I handed it to my 15-year-old Mark and said, "Son, this might be something you want to start taking a look at." So
Thank you.
I thought it was great, buddy. Let's do this. I'm at a place in your book that I just like, and clearly what you say is when you're starting a business, be sure to focus on the right things. And you've got 6 bullet points here. Everybody knows I like bullet points, by the way. Let's just go through them, and you kind of talk about it a little bit. Mark, whenever you hear that bell, that means they're making fun of me, just so you know that. Okay? Number 1, become an expert as fast as you can. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So one of the main paths to making more money in any field that you're going to get into is become the man or the woman in the field that people come to for knowledge. And the way you do that is through joining associations, going to business conferences, and my favorite is reading books, business books, as fast as you can, and also listen to business audios and podcasts and radio programs like yours, and learn from people who have already been there. And I didn't know any of these concepts and these things when I first started. I'm a musician by trade. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm a drummer, but so I just knew music. I didn't know business. But the faster I put the business concepts in my brain and read leadership books and finance books and marketing books as fast as I could become more and more of an expert. And then clearly putting those concepts to use on a daily basis in my business, you learn a lot fast. You learn what's good and what's bad, and I learn more from what I did wrong than a lot of times what I did right. So
right.
That's my first concept, is become an expert as fast as you can.
Okay. Mark, I want to just take onto that for 1 second. In what I do, I actually encourage people. I'm a voracious reader myself, and I always encourage people to always be hungry and thirsty for the knowledge. And I cannot agree with you more that it is vital that you become a good reader and really, really immerse yourself in, the best practices and what's going on in the industries and things of that nature.
Number 2.
That's right.
Get a mentor who is ahead of you in the business world.
Always.
Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about that. But before we talk about that, I got to tell you something, man. Drummer is cool, man.
Yes, it is.
It is. Very much.
That's just cool, man.
I think we decided we had a man crush now.
I don't
Mark,
even
what do you
know
do tomorrow
him.
night?
Yeah.
I don't even know Mark, and I could just tell he's cool.
Well, thank you.
Back on the business. Talk about getting a mentor. And how did you get one, Mark?
With mentors, they're all around you. Sometimes, though, be careful on a mentor. Sometimes people will go to mentors that are almost discouraging. They've been ahead of them in business. I remember just on a drumming story, I was taking private lessons from Tom Panazza, who was the drummer for Styx at one time. And he was saying, man, you don't want to get into drumming. You don't want to do this as a living. So right at the time when I wanted to be encouraged, he was telling me not to do it, which I find that happens sometimes in mentors. And you need those to tell you what not to do sometimes. But my main concept is that I have learned so much faster from a mentor that will look at my situation critically, but in a positive way, saying you need to do more of this, less of that. And ahead of you in business, so whatever size business you are, there's always somebody in front of you, probably in the same field. Reach out to them. Many times they're very giving, and they love to share and help you. And those little nuggets that they can disperse to you can save you years of time, thousands of dollars. And so I literally constantly pay for mentorship. If somebody is where I want to be, and maybe they have a fee or something that I need to be part of their program, I pay it because it ramps up and speeds my process up so fast that I couldn't get there really on my own. So get a mentor and listen and do what they say.
Okay, we got to keep moving because we only got about 4 minutes, and I got about 700 questions to ask you.
I'll speed up.
Again, we are focusing on the right things. Number 3, join. This one surprised me. Join associations in your field. For example, in your case, the National Chimney Sweep Association. Talk a little bit about that, because that surprised me that you put that down as something that's important for success.
So for years, I did business by myself. I did not have. I was kind of a one-man lone wolf situation, and I thought I knew everything there was to know about my specific field. But what happened was when I started joining these associations and going to these national conferences, I realized how much I didn't know and how much I still needed to know. And it really re-sparked my interest in my whole field that I thought I was already expert at, and I clearly wasn't, because there were so many people that were smarter and ahead of me. And so get out of your own bubble. Get out there and expose yourself and become part of these associations and groups, and you will grow even faster.
Okay, and this next one really surprised me because it seems counterintuitive to what the book was saying. Become certified or licensed in the field you're in as soon as possible. Talk about that. That one also was surprising to me.
Well, it kind of goes along the same theory as becoming more of an expert. There's certifications in almost every field. There's a lot of good things that come along with certifications as far as publicity, marketing, other people that are in the same field. In my world, certified in chimney sweeping is really good for the homeowner. You look for a CSI certified sweep. You know that they're up on fire codes. You know that they have a code of ethics, and you know you're going to get a better professional by looking for those people who take time and pay for education and stay certified and stay relevant.
Right. It's going to give you credibility.
That's really
Correct.
Interesting. Okay, here's the next one. Now, this one I absolutely love. Tell your partner and anyone close to you what your plans are. I just love that. Talk through that a little bit.
Well, I think the main thing about that is I think it helps you be more accountable. When you told everybody that you're going to do this or build this business, it puts everybody on notice, and they can kind of watch your growth.
Right.
So especially, your spouse or anybody close to you, make sure that they know what you're doing and keep them informed as you go.
Okay.
And I think you'll get more support from home and your friends.
Okay, you've only got 30 seconds. The last one, try to do it without a partner. I found that one so correct and amusing.
Partners are hard many times. I do have partners in other businesses, but be very, very careful with partnerships. They say the only ship that doesn't float is a partnership.
Thanks,
Be
Mark.
careful.
Thanks, Mark. We got to go. We got a hard break. Buddy, Mark, thank you so much. I'm going to get you back again. Blue Collar Gold, how to build a service business from the dirt up.